Hi everyone, it's Justine and welcome back to Face Fridays on my channel where we talk about and review makeup. I recently got this box from Influenster and Covergirl sent it to me in the mail, and they sent me a couple products to review, so I thought I would do a little first impressions. These two products are the Covergirl Outlast Extreme Wear Concealer. It says for 24-hour full coverage. And then they sent me a Covergirl Outlast Extreme Wear Pressed Powder up to 16 hours full coverage. So I actually have not been wearing concealer or pressed powder lately. I'm gonna do like my updated makeup routine. I'll probably upload that next week actually, but I have not been wearing concealer or powders, so it's just kind of funny that of all the products they could have sent me, these are the two that they sent me, but I'm still going to review them for you guys. The only place I can find these online are on sale at Target, and they are $10 each, so I'm guessing that Target, it just happens to be the first retail store to get them, at least online. I saw another YouTuber, because I was looking all over the internet to see what I could find out about these two products, and another YouTuber, her name is Sophia Roses. I will have her video linked down below, but she said that she found these products at CVS in store in her video. So they are slowly hitting the shelves. Like I said, I got them free to review from Influenster. If you're unfamiliar with Influencer, it's a way that anyone can get free products. You don't have to be an influencer or have a big following to get the free products. You just have to write reviews on the website and they will send you stuff. So I'm just going to start off. I think what I'm going to do for today's video with this powder in particular is I'm going to skip the foundation. Normally I put powder on top of my foundation, and I actually prefer a translucent powder. Unless I want like a very, very heavy coverage, then I will put like a powder with pigment like this one. But since this says that it is a full coverage powder, I think I'm just gonna put it straight on my face. I do have moisturizer on, and so I'm not putting it like on bare skin. And so the moisturizer will also kind of help it just adhere to my skin, especially since I do have dry skin. It just will make it not look so cakey. So all I have on right now is moisturizer. But I'm actually going to start with the concealer, and I hope this is my right shade. I think it's going to be a little light on me. I have 810 Classic Ivory. So I showed you guys what the box looks like. Let's get a little close-up of it. And then here, and see, it says 24-hour wear. There is almost no scenario where I am wearing concealer for 24 hours. So here it is. It is a squeeze tube, which I kind of prefer concealers that have like a doe foot applicator. It just makes it easier to put on. But I know that these ones are more sanitary because you're not sticking something on your face and back in a tube again and again and again. So I'm gonna quickly wet a beauty blender. So I'm just going to take the concealer and put a little bit on my finger. Let's get a little closer. I'm just gonna put a couple dots under my eye. And if I wear concealer, because like I said, I haven't been wearing it much lately. This is kind of how I've been doing it lately, because I don't want too much, because I just feel like it makes my skin look very cakey. And then I'm just gonna blend it. And put a little on my lid. And that actually blended really nice and really fast. Definitely full coverage. You can kind of see like a little bit of before still on this eye. I get like a lot of, like I have really dark circles around my eyes, and so this covers it really nicely. And it doesn't look too cakey either, especially considering it is a full coverage concealer. A lot of concealers that are full coverage I have just completely stopped using because I don't like the cakiness around my eyes. Not only does it not look good when it's super cakey, but I feel like it just really, having that really heavy product around my eyes just really irritates them. And it's a little heavy, like I can feel it, but it's not the worst in the world. And so far it's drying down nicely. Like this one that I put on first, like it's already feeling more comfortable than this one, for example, because the concealer is still wet. So there's how it looks. You can still see like a little bit of my dark circles peeking through. But something that it says on the little info card right here is pro tip, apply pressed powder over your matching shade of concealer. So I think I might try that just to hide that little bit of darkness that is still there around my eye. So next we have the Covergirl Outlast Extreme Wear Pressed Powder. Like I said, both of these are $10 each. When you open it up, there's a little thing down here that has a mirror and a sponge. I don't really love the sponges, so I'm going to use a brush, but the mirror is always nice. I think most CoverGirl pressed powders have a mirror like this in the product with them. And then this, I also have this in 810 Classic Ivory. So I think the concealer ended up being a pretty good color. So hopefully this will be too. So I'm gonna just start off by actually putting it on the concealer, and that will help set the product and hopefully provide more coverage. We see a difference? See, this was already the eye that I feel like was better. So maybe it's not good to compare one eye to the other. That feels very comfortable though. Again, it's not too heavy. I'm really impressed by how comfortable that is, because normally putting powder on top of a concealer around your eye area just gets really heavy. So now let's pay extra attention to this eye, because this is the eye that still has lots of darkness. Wow. That came out really good. I'm really impressed by that. So now, I don't use filters or anything on my video, but my camera is, number one, it's not the greatest camera, so it doesn't pick up all of my imperfections on my face. And also the lighting in here is kind of bright, so it also kind of dulls out imperfections. But I do have like a couple pimples right here. So I'm gonna start off by just putting the powder on top of that. I don't usually put concealer on top of my acne, because normally I would just use a foundation to cover it, and that's usually enough. So since this claims to be full coverage, let's see how much it actually covers it. Okay. I'm just gonna put on one more layer. I think this is like my third layer. So it does a decent job at covering it. I don't think I would call it full coverage though. I think full coverage would have gotten that completely. But it did a pretty good job, especially being just a powder. And it's kind of hard, since I'm using my viewfinder, it's kind of hard to tell how powdery it looks. But it is giving like a very matte finish. So if you have dry skin and you're not using like a dewy foundation under it, I definitely recommend, you know, using a really nice moisturizer, so that way it's not, the powder isn't clinging. I have a upset toddler in the background. Be right back. All right, and there it is. So Final review of these products, at least final review of my first impression of these products. I think they're pretty decent. I wouldn't say they're my favorite in the world, but if you're going for a really fast makeup routine, I think these work very well together. The concealer, like I said, once it dries, it's really comfortable. For the most part, it's very full coverage. I still, like you guys saw, I still had some purple peeking out. You could also probably just add a second layer of concealer to fix that, but I don't, like I said, I don't like to have like makeup super heavy around my eye area lately. It just gets too uncomfortable. And then the powder I also really like. I don't think I would necessarily call it full coverage though, because like I said, you can still see those two pimples kind of sticking out, but it did a great job at just evening out the rest of my skin tone. I do still prefer like a liquid foundation, but I think if I'm, you know, just in a rush and I just want to throw something on super quick just to hide any like small blemishes and stuff, this is definitely a routine that I would go with, is to just use these two products and get it done with like super fast. So I definitely recommend them together. They say 12 hour or 16 hours for this, 24 hours for this. But like I said, there is no scenario where I'm wearing something for 24 hours. There's very, you know, I would even say there's no scenario where I'm wearing makeup for 16 hours. Like I barely wear makeup for 12 hours. So I can't really talk on like the longevity of how long these are gonna stay, because honestly, I don't pay attention to how makeup looks on my face throughout the day. I kind of throw it on, go throughout my day, and then at the end of the day I wash it off, and I'm not really like reapplying or anything throughout the day. But that is my quick little first impressions. Like I said, I am pretty decently impressed with both of these products. So okay, it is clearly nap time. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will leave the link to these products on Target's website down in the description below. Like I said, so far I can only find them on Target's website. I think they're still, you know, getting spread out to like stores and stuff because it's that new of a product. I'm gonna go put my kids down for a nap. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.